It's a beautiful morning here in Kenya. And this morning I have two things to do today, and I need to show you. During the harvest, what are you supposed to do? And after harvest, what are you supposed to do also? Harvesting may happen, and the same time you apply the manure, because we agreed that when you harvest immediately you do application of manure. Papi. The reason of doing this is to ensure that every part of this tree and the roots are getting the manure. We make sure that we remove the soil from the tree, from the bottom, far end, so that we are able to capture every corner of the root. So before we apply manure, we need to do this, whatever my colleague is doing. And you need to go deeper a bit so that you don't do it very shallow. So before harvesting, or even before harvesting, or even after harvesting, you can be able to do whatever he is doing, so that even the water can be able to get to the root very easily. So this is very important, and I thought I should show you this, so that you know, like this tree is already, the fruits are ready to be harvested. And you can see it has a very deep red, and this is why we need to prepare for manure right now. So the tree is about, this farm is about 2 years, heading to 2 years, and for that reason, you cannot apply one bucket of manure, but I'm going to put a whole bucket, a whole wheelbarrow full of manure, because the tree is becoming bigger, and as bigger it becomes, then you expect more fruits. But for you to get more fruits, you need to make sure that you put enough manure for this tree to be able to give you more and more and more. Every time you harvest, please note well, you need to add one wheelbarrow, depending on the age of the tree. There are trees that 4 or 5 years free maturity, you're supposed to do maybe 2 wheelbarrows. It depends on the tree. But this one, because it's about 2 years, we are doing one whole wheelbarrow. Eugene, I tell you. So this is what we are doing. My colleague is bringing a whole wheelbarrow. So we are going to do the application down here. Yeah, and I have used goat manure and well decomposed on that matter. So Eugene, you can go ahead. So that is a whole full bucket, wheelbarrow for manure, and then we put it around this place. Yes. You can see it's becoming more even beautiful. And something to note, where the branches are, the higher or the far the branches are, it shows you that is where the roots have moved to. So you cannot concentrate on putting manure just here, but the branches, you see this one, I had to put it this side, so it's becoming all this way. Let me do it practically. So the end of this branch shows you that the roots have come all this side, all this way. So you're not supposed to put the manure here, but you need to move outside. So after the manure, you need to mix with the soil. You're not supposed just to put the manure and leave it at that. You need to mix so that the roots or the manure, in case it's not well decomposed, because we don't have a machine to measure whether it's well decomposed. So after 2-3 months, I assume it's well decomposed, but that does not mean that it is well decomposed. For us to cover that, you need to mix the manure and the soil and the topsoil very well, so that the chances of the manure burning the roots would be very minimal. So this is the topsoil that we removed when you are trying to reach where the roots are. And you can see now, you're not seeing just manure. We have mixed with the topsoil, and now that tree is known now to do the watering. So that is how you should apply manure on a fruiting tree. So do this 2 to 3 times in a year, and you'll see a very different outcome of the fruit. I know you may be asking, why have you put this net? Since these are an open place, there's no shade net, there's no greenhouse or anything, so we had to cover the fruits because this is harvesting time, and we don't want to compete with the birds, so we had to try to cover the shiny red fruits. So this is where I'm removing them for me to be able to harvest the fruits, and we had just put it, and you can see how they are forming. So that is why we have this net. So we will use it next time also. But if you can be able to do, for me, let me just explain on the same note. If you cannot, because this is more kind of, what do you call it? I would say is tiresome to do this. But for you to be able to capture the birds and not to feast on your fruits or to crunch on your behalf, you can do the sunflower along the or besides your farm, or on the along the fence. You can do the sunflower. You can do the, what do you call it, the maize around at the corners, not intercropping with maize, but also you can do the, what do you call it, the millet. Millet is very, very good as it can act as a decoy. So you put it, around your farm. So the birds will be busy eating the millet, the sunflower, and they will not have time to come and feast on your apples. So for the birds, they are very sharp here, sometimes more than us. So you might put these, but they will come and wait there and maybe wait until the other fruits are ripe. So instead of that, make sure that you put the sunflower along your fence, and that one will be able to help the birds to be busy. The birds come to feast on the apples when they are very hungry, so that is an option for them. But for you to create, you don't create that option or that chance for them to come and feast on the apples. Just put the sunflower and the millet. They will be busy feasting on or eating the millet. So that is the point to be able to note. So I'll be able to harvest my apples now since I've removed this. And on the same note, let me show you what you're supposed to harvest. Some people, we started getting, people now are harvesting, especially in Kenya, and we are taking all the fruits in our pack house, and we have created the market for our people. So if you have done wambugu apples, then be sure that the market is there for you. And those who have been bringing fruits, thank you very much. I know Kagea, they are members of Kagea, and you have seen several people bringing the fruits in our, in our pack house. And I had one challenge. I need to show people what you're supposed to harvest, because some of you are harvesting the fruits when they are not ready to be harvested. I think you get overexcited and then you harvest, but also they are giving us challenge when it comes to the market. So when we take our fruits there, we are told that it's not ripe and they are a bit bitter. So when you're harvesting, if your apple will not turn this reddish, then it's not ready. Let me show you what you're not supposed to do. These fruits you're seeing here, they are not ready. This red is not ready to be harvested, but this one is ready to be harvested. Is not ready, and again, you should not wait until the whole red covering the fruit, because the fruit becomes a bit soft. So this almost 3/4 of covering is what you're supposed to harvest. So please note that, because now I'm happy people have started now harvesting wambugu apples. So please note that let the fruit be ready to be harvested. So that even if you're harvesting, try to crunch and see whether it's sweet for you to be able to, to sell. So when you taste that, then you'll be able to know which, because you don't harvest. Take 2 or 3 and do the testing on the farm. So when you hear or you feel like it's a bit bitter, so leave it alone. But when you feel it's sweet, then there you go. That is a point to note for all wambugu apples farmers, locally and international. So everyone. This is Laikipia County. This is my farm and this is my area. And here the soil that we have planted wambugu apples is black cotton soil. Actually our soil is where they actually clack and you see some space on the ground. But wambugu apple is doing very well in black cotton. And you realize that black cotton soil is very hard, as in sometimes it can become so hard, as you can see, not like the loam soil or the red soil that's or the sandy soil, but this one sometimes can become very, very hard. But to soften this is why we are adding manure. When you add manure, the soil becomes very, very soft, and you do it near the plant. And this farm, you realize there's a lot of other things that we have planted here, but that is acting as a cover crop. Not so good to leave your soil so naked like this. So ensure that you're covering with maybe even the glass. You can plant glass so that where you're concentrating is down here. So this is to show you that even the people from black cotton soil, you can be able to do wambugu apples. You see how the fruits are doing very well. We have done grapes in this farm. We have done pomegranate in this farm. We have done several things. Even the peaches we have done, and they are doing very, very well though on other sections. So this full of the farm here have around 2,000 trees, and this is the time that you're harvesting. So wambugu apples can do very well in it have been tested even to other countries that have different kind of soil. Even here in Kenya, different people from Kisumu, Mpeketoni, Nairobi, people around Nairobi like Longai, and I've seen them, Machakos people and Kagudo. Wow, this is amazing. So I encourage you to do that, because right now where we are standing on, we have ready market for you. We've been supplying to shops like Zushini, Naivas. We have Green Spoon, we have Karimoni Greens in Karen. Green Spoon is in Kikuyu, and those are the shops that you are able to get wambugu apples. Naivas we started the other day. Quick Mart we started the other day. Corner shops and Zucchini, those are the shops. You can Google them, and this is where you can get wambugu apples. They are a consumer of wambugu apples. They sell as in, we sell to them, and then they are able to supply wambugu apples to other people who need them. So those are the shops that you can find wambugu apples. I know people have been asking, where can I get wambugu apples? So the demand has been very, very high, and we have been able to concentrate on those few shops. But still, as our farmers are also doing it, because we connect all farmers to the market, so you are not able to lose your fruits. The other amazing things is that we have several things that you'll be doing. The value addition, just few days or some few weeks remaining to start doing the apple crisps. I know most of you call it crisps, but that is what we are starting in the next 2 weeks. So I'm so excited that we are starting now the value addition here in Kenya. So if you don't get the full wambugu apples, you will get the wambugu apples crisps in the shop. So this is amazing, and we connect every farmer who is doing wambugu apples. We are joining hands. We are bringing you into our market that you have, and then you enjoy the money from the apples. So money on the trees, but the money in your bank also. So we are happy that we are connecting you to the market, and this is the amazing thing, and I feel so good. So thank you very much even for watching this video. God bless you wherever you are, every continent you are, every county and country you are. Continue watching, and I'll make sure that I update you or touch on the things that I have been seeing you commenting or asking, so I'll be able to cover every and concern or every details that you want me to cover them. So God bless you. My time for crunching. Look at that. Wambugu apples is juicy, crunchy, and wambugu apples to the world.